First prop I'm looking at tonight is going to be 3-pointers made. We're looking at Josh Hart. Portland is at Denver tonight. You can see in the books he's pretty good favorite to go over this 0.5, which is his prop, minus 125. And he's hit this mark 70% of the time in his last 10 games. The last 3 are away, and he's made 1 3 in the last 3 of his games. Let's look at the last 5 here. You see he's hit it 60% of the time. Let's look at away. Let's look at the season for away. For away, he's hit it 59% of the time. So Hard is, some games he don't hit them. He's taken about, let's look at all. Numbers too small here. Let's look at last 10. He's taken around 3 a game. 2.2 in the last 10, 1.8 in the last 5, 1.5 against Denver. I think he goes over prop of 0.5 3-pointers for the night. We just need him to make 1. Shooting guard defense, Denver's one of the worst. 3-point percentage allowed, Denver's one of the worst. They're middle of the road against 3 points allowed. I like Josh Hart to go over the prop of 0.5 3-pointers for tonight. Second player I'm looking at is going to be Jimmy Butler. And we're looking at his 3-pointers made also. They're playing Indiana tonight. They are at home against Indiana. Indiana's pretty middle of the road against 3 points allowed, 3 points percentage allowed, and shooting guard defense. Jimmy takes not many 3-pointers. 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. So let's hope he puts up 2 or 3 tonight. I think he puts up at least 2. In home, let's look at Jimmy at home. Let's look at season in home. He's averaging 1.9 3-pointers in home this year. Like I say, Jimmy's going to take about 2 a game. And it's a good chance of making 1. 55% chance during the year at home. So I like Jimmy to go over the prop of 0.5 3-pointers made for the night. This game should be up and down. And I just like Jimmy's chances tonight to hit one of those 2 or 3 3-pointers he's going to take. Next play I'm looking at is coming from the assist category, and it's one of my favorite plays on tonight. It's Mason Plumlee, his prop of 2.5 assists. I like the over on this. He's hit that 87% of the time this season. The Lakers are one of the worst in the league with assists allowed. Plumlee should hit this one easily. This is one of the ones we need to find on Prizepicks where they just kind of missed. I think they kind of missed on this in the last 10 games. He's hit it 80% of the time. And away, let's look at his away numbers. He's hit it 80% of the time. I mean, this is one we just have to take the over on. There's nothing showing that the Lakers can stop him from getting 2.5 assists. So ball is back, more 3-pointers out there for him to kick it out to. So I like Mason Plumlee over the assist of 2.5. Look at another player from the assist category, and it's going to be Kevin Porter Jr. Houston. They're playing Dallas tonight. The prop is actually 5. At the books, it's 4.5, but it's actually 5. Notice he's only hit that 25% of the time. But it's one game against Dallas this year. He had 8 assists. I think that continues tonight, and I like Kevin Porter Jr. to go over the prop of 5 assists for tonight. The next play I like is coming from the category of points, and we're looking at Bradley Beal, Washington at Sacramento. This is a back-to-back for Washington. We're looking at his points, and his points prop is 25.5. You can see he's 70% of hitting that in the last 10 games. Let's look at him away. Away, he's hit that mark 80% of the time. With his last game against Utah, he had 30. Sacramento, points allowed, not too good. Field goal percentage allowed, not too good. 3-point percentage allowed, they're one of the best in the league. That's 3 points allowed, they're one of the best in the league. 3-point percentage allowed, they're one of the worst. Go figure. They do not give up that many threes, but the threes they do give up, the opposing team hits with great efficiency. And they're one of the best in the league versus shooting guard defense. The books like Bradley Beal to go over this minus 125. I'm looking at Bradley Beal on 0 days rest for the season. Only 2 games. One game he had 20. One game he had 22. I do not like Bradley Beal on a back-to-back right here. Tough game against Utah last night, and I just don't like Bill on a back-to-back. I think he goes under the prop of 25.5 points for the night. Second player I'm looking at for points is going to be LaMelo Ball. His prop for the night is 22.5. It's 22.5. He's hit that 75% of the time in his last 10 games. He's in home tonight versus a Lakers team that gives up a lot of points. Other than that, the Lakers are pretty middle of the road defensively. But I like LaMelo Ball to go over the prop of 22.5 points for the night. All right, the last 2 picks I'm looking at is coming from the rebound category. First player we're looking at is OG Anunoby, Toronto. They're playing Cleveland. His prop is actually 5 on Prizepicks. At the books, you can get it 4.5. I suggest you go out to the books and take this over for the 4.5. So let's look at him at 5. He's hit that 63% of the time. As you see, Cleveland's defense is very, very good against rebounds. Rebounds allowed 1, offensive rebounds allowed 6, defensive rebounds allowed they're 1. You can get 4.5 at the books minus 145, which is he's a pretty heavy favorite to go with 4.5. I think he goes over 5. So I like Anunoby to go over the 5 rebound prop that Prizepicks is giving us. And the last play I'm giving you for tonight is coming from the Chicago versus New York Knicks game. We're looking at Nikola Vucevic. His prop on the night is 9.5. He's only hit that 30% of the time this year. Against the Knicks, let's see what he did against the Knicks. He had 7 and 8 rebounds, and both of those were maybe from this year, maybe from 12-16, 12-14 of this year. Let's look at his season. He's hit that mark 45% of the time. Thing is, New York is one of the worst defensively when it comes to rebounds allowed and offensive rebounds allowed. I like Vucevic to go over the prop of 9.5 rebounds for the night. So those are a few picks that I like for tonight. Go ahead and like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Those things are greatly appreciated. Go ahead and get this tool that I use, which is props.cash, for $19 a month. You can't beat it. It's a quick way to determine which way you're going to go on these props, and you do get a discount with my code WISEGUYBETS. It's down in the description also. That is all I have for today. We'll be back on Christmas Day to break down the 5 games that we have. But until the next video, peace.